The fact is this: sin is in our head long before we act on it. Sin is in our head long before we act on it. Notice what Jesus says in Mark 7:21 and 22. He says, all these evil things begin inside people, in their mind. Evil thoughts, sexual sins, stealing, murder, adultery, greed, evil actions, lying, doing sinful things, jealousy, speaking evil of others, pride, and foolish living. Those all start in the head. Those all start in our brains. They all start in our thoughts. You're saying, but Randy, I thought sin was just what I do. Are you kidding me? Let me give you the definition of sin, a biblical definition of sin, not your opinion. The biblical definition of sin is any bad thought, desire, feeling, action, or inaction in our life. Sin is any bad thought, desire, feeling, action, or inaction in our life. 1 John 3:4 says, everyone who sins is breaking God's law, for all sin is contrary to the law of God. What's he saying there? He's saying God says do this, and we don't. That's sin. God says don't do this, don't worry, don't doubt, don't fear, and we do. That's sin. But not only that, it's also all of the thoughts, all of the feelings, all of the emotions that we have, those things in our head, that's sin too. That starts the sinful process. That's what Mark 7:21 is saying. And I found that most of us have such a limited understanding of our sin, and that's why it defeats us so often. You're saying, Randy, my thoughts don't matter. It only matters what I do. No, notice what Proverbs 24:9 says. It says the thoughts of the foolish is sin. You want to know why you keep getting beat up by sin? You want to know why you keep getting defeated by sin? Because you let those sinful thoughts just marinate. You let those sinful thoughts just stew. You let those sinful thoughts just stay there, and then you're just shocked when you act in a sinful manner. God says, hey, we got to take captive those thoughts. I still remember what my mentor used to say to me all the time. I was doing a lot of counseling. He says, Randy, you got to deal with their head. You got to deal with their thoughts. He said, because affairs start in the head long before they make it to the bed.